And I spent 8 years in the Texas Senate struggling and finally accomplished creating a new state agency that set up alcohol and drug treatment centers all across Texas. I didn't know what was in store next. I decided to run for the United States Congress, but one of the bills that I'd passed had mandatory penalties for anybody who sold drugs to minors. And these drug dealers hired a hitman and had my jaw busted. And I ran through the primary with my mouth wired shut and kept getting threatening phone calls that they were going to kidnap my son and harm him. But somehow the Lord was with me and we won that election. And I didn't know what was in store. And I was in office in the United States Congress for about 3 or 4 days, and this tall man came into my office from Lithuania. And my name is Lithuanian. And I knew nothing about my background. And he told me of his vision where he was head of this new party called the Sarpalius Party. And his goal was to get them on the ballot. And he said if we could just get them on the ballot, he thought that enough people would get elected that Lithuania would declare its independence, and Estonia and Latvia would follow, and it would lead to the fall of communism. Well, we know the rest of the story. I got involved in helping Dr. Landsbergis and went to Lithuania representing the United States government. And I remember on many of the many trips I went there, I had taken some members of Congress and Dr. Landsbergis, they were under siege, and he took this 16-year-old boy and he said, Bill, I want you to visit with him. And he took me outside, and there were 1,000 people around that Parliament building 24 hours a day. And he pointed at a big pile of rocks. And he said, we have rocks and we have hunting rifles. And I said, you don't understand. You're going against the Soviet Empire. They could blow this building up with a blink of the eye. And he looked at me and he said, oh no, Mr. Congressman, you don't understand. He said, today we are free people, and we will live as free people or we will die as free people. I knew right then that communism was over.